Welcome, vintage Matchbox collectors. Today I have the start of a very special series. I'll be reviewing a lot of some very special mint condition original Lesney Matchbox cars. An eBay seller was selling all of these cars. Each car was an auction that you had to bid on individually. He was selling them for a deceased original owner. The original owner was a college professor, hence why the cars are in mint condition or almost near mint condition. It was a find of a lifetime, to be honest. The professor purchased all of these cars brand new, and I have to say he had amazing taste, and the seller, Jack was his name, was selling 135 cars from his collection. Truly stunning. I can't even fathom that many near mint to mint condition original Matchbox cars. That's the kind of collection that dreams are made of. I was looking for an original mint condition Lamborghini Miura and I stumbled across his store, and the car is in mint condition. I've never purchased this many die-cast cars from one seller before, and because these were auctions, each car was ending on a separate day, so this took place over the course of about 3 weeks. It was quite the undertaking to watch these auctions and try to bid on them. I purchased 13 cars from the professor's collection, and as you can see, they are essentially in mint condition and they're absolutely gorgeous, and I feel honored to keep part of his collection alive and not pieced together with one person buying one car and another person buying another. I think they deserve to be together since they were all together from the beginning. And I will say I am the second proud owner of these cars, and that's quite something for cars of this age. The Lamborghini Miura is almost in mint condition. There's one chip on the trunk edge and one slight scuff on the roof, and I almost didn't win this auction. It was down to the wire. The last 5 seconds of bidding, it's like I clicked the mouse a fraction of a second before the other guy. It was insane, but I think I got a really nice Lamborghini Miura because there's no metal bumpers protecting this car, so the paint could easily chip on this car. If you look around on eBay, the majority of the cars, either they're mint condition with the box, or they're completely chipped up and the paint's completely gone off the entire hood and roof of the car, and the cars are essentially junk. So to find one in this nice a condition is amazing, but to find that the rest of the cars in a person's collection that they're selling is this mint condition really shows that this guy cared and didn't play with the cars. I had already won the auction for the Mini Cooper, the Rolls Royce, and the trailer, and the Lamborghini Miura hadn't even gotten to my door yet, so I took a huge risk because, like I said, the cars were ending one day after another, so I had to take a small risk on the first lot. And then after the first car, Jack combined the shipping into 2 separate orders. The next cars that came were, I think, the next 4 cars or 5 cars, and then another package came with the final 5 cars. So I saved a lot of money on shipping, and I think that made him happy because he didn't have to go to the post office 12 different times. So it really worked out well. I saved a lot, and some of these cars I only paid $9 for because no one else bid on them. Shocking. The rest of the cars I think I got for a really good price, considering that the price that I paid for some of these cars was less than the price that some of the other people were offering the cars for, and their cars were all chipped and not in mint condition at all. Look at how amazing these cars are. They're time capsules, time warps, and I knew after I bought the first car that the professor's cars were going to be amazing, and it was going to be one of those things where it was a once in a lifetime opportunity. Certain vehicles were hard to find in mint condition. I don't know if it's because the cars are rare or because they're more desirable, but this Matchbox trailer was essentially impossible to find in mint condition, and Jack had one in his auction, and the auction started at $9.99. All the ones that I saw for sale, there was chips all over the back balcony, there was chips on all the corners, and sometimes the plastic roof had chunks and cracks in it. And who wants an old trailer? Not many Matchbox collectors, but I sure do because I think it's amazing. I won that trailer for $20, which I think was a really good deal considering it was in mint condition. The photos really don't do it justice. Maybe I'll put some of the original listing photos up so you can see, but I mean, these cars are absolutely pristine. This Porsche has one chip on the passenger side rear fender, and that's the only car that has a significant chip. It's more like a slight gouge, but other than that, it's mint. For near the same price as I paid for mine, you could have this car with absolutely no paint on the front fender at all. What a sad, poor car this is. Included in the listing page was a couple photos of the professor's entire collection that Jack was selling. 3 complete trays filled with cars. I would say more than half of them were in near mint condition, and I would say at least a quarter of them were described as mint condition. I mean, truly stunning. If a seller is selling a lot of mint condition cars and you buy one and it turns out to be amazing, sometimes you know that this is like your one chance to really purchase some really nice cars at a really good price, and that's exactly the opportunity that I seized here with the combined shipping and some of the cars I got for a really good price. The only car I overpaid for was this Honda motorcycle because there was a really intense bidding war, but other than that, everything else I got for an absolute steal, or I got for a pretty good deal, I would say, because the cars are in such good condition, and I'm very, very happy with my purchase. These little cars make my heart happy. They are in such mint condition, just like I almost bought them from the store myself. And this is going to sound crazy, but honestly, some of these cars, for what I paid for them, I really don't think they're going to depreciate anymore. I think they're only going to appreciate because they're so hard to find in this condition. I mean, I'm telling you, there was 20 cars of every single one of these models that was all chipped up on some of them, and just 1 or 2 in mint condition for sale at any one time. So it was a chance I couldn't pass up. These vintage Matchbox reminds me of a miniature car collection. You know, if you have a car in really nice condition and you keep it in nice shape, the odds of it appreciating in value over time are very, very high. Not that I'm in it for the money. I will say the added backstory of the professor's ownership, where all the cars were in mint condition owned from the same owner, I think also adds to the value of this collection because it has history, and you can tell they were all owned by the same person because all the cars are in absolutely mint condition. It's absolutely staggering. These early Matchbox are interesting because the cars were always painted the exact same color, but Matchbox changed the wheels. They first started with metal wheels, and they went with these rubber type wheels here, and then they went to the super fast wheels in the early 70s like the Mini Cooper, and they rolled finally very, very fast, just like the Hot Wheels cars. Rolls-Royce is absolutely stunning. It has a little bit of an imperfection on the front fender. The Jaguar has one small chip, but otherwise the Dune Buggy and the Dragster are absolutely in mint condition. There's not a chip, a scratch on it. The Lotus 7 has a chip on the passenger front fender, but I got that car for $9.99, so it was a really good deal. Otherwise, it's in mint condition. The blue ISO Griffo is mint, and many of those cars were completely trashed, so that's amazing as an awesome shine to that dark blue color. These cars were produced from 1968 through 1972, and you know, essentially they're all in mint condition. The Rolls Royce is amazing. Many of the Rolls Royces I saw for sale, the windshields were either broken off or had a huge crack in them because it's a convertible. So I did incredibly well, and I absolutely love these cars. They're just amazing to look at, and they're in such good condition, and they roll smoothly and cleanly for the super fast cars. They're a lot of fun. This officially makes me a vintage Matchbox collector. I never thought I would say those words, but here I am. I am a young collector with cars that are almost twice my age. They're in mint condition. I'm proud of the hard work I put in to purchase these cars. Yes, bidding is hard work. You have to stay diligent and you have to stay smart, and more importantly, you have to know when to stop. You know, when an auction is too much, you gotta back out. The hard part with buying loose cars on eBay is you have to know what you're buying. You have to know exactly what you're looking at, and you have to look at the photos and inspect the cars, because sometimes you'll get the cars and they're not in the condition that the photos suggest. What I've learned through research is original boxes paired with the original cars are incredibly sought after, and they're worth a lot of money. In many cases, if the car is in mint condition and it comes with a mint box, it seems to double the value of the car, which is absolutely crazy. Which is totally insane when some of the cars are expensive to begin with. And of course, you know, if you're buying a car with a box, sometimes the box is in good condition, sometimes the box is not in good condition. I learned that there's a couple of websites that are selling reproduction boxes that have a small separate logo attached to the print so that you know that it's a reproduction box, and they're asking $9.99 per box. It's not bad if you have a car that you really want the box for, but having the original box really is the icing on the cake. Having the original box is a lot of pressure because it's hard to keep them nice, but man, I love the art on these boxes, and they really kind of make these cars complete. This is a Ford GT40, and I wanted to show you this because it's not in mint condition. It has scratches on the nose, it has scratches on the tail, it has chips along the side, and it has scuffs on the roof. And I just wanted to show what it looks like next to a mint condition Lamborghini Miura. You can really tell what the difference in condition is between the cars. It still looks nice, but it's all chipped up. I purchased the Ford GT $15 shipped. Now consider that I purchased the Porsche for $9, not shipped. I know a good vintage Matchbox car when I see one. You can pretty much tell from the photos if it has chips or not, so you kind of know what you're getting. But some of these cars, like that Rolls Royce, the shine on that red paint, not even the photos did it justice. So that's the thing with these cars. Once you get them in hand, oh my god, are they gorgeous. It's kind of interesting to see the patina and the difference between a mint condition car and a lightly played with car. I think this collection that I am starting has good eclectic taste. There's a good mix of cars. There's sports cars, there's luxury cars, there's motorcycles, there's dragsters, there's dune buggies, there's GT luxury cruisers. It's a good mix. It's not like they're just all sports cars. It really has a good representation of cars, and the colors has a nice rainbow-like effect, which was not really planned, but here we are. I would like to get maybe one or two more American cars. There's only the Ford GT and the Mercury Cougar in my collection, so maybe eventually I'll pick up one or two more American cars, which might be nice. The condition of these cars really hits home when you see the chips and patina on this Ford GT40. It really shows the contrast of mint condition versus not. So these are the Professor's cars. I will do another video that's exactly like this from the massive lot of 20 that I bought, and that lot is interesting because some of the cars are in near mint condition with like one chip, and then some of the cars are completely deteriorated, so you can really see the state of disrepair.